62 grain. Better. Better. Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another First Impressions video. In today's First Impressions video, we are taking a look at the Otter Polonium K. And before we get this video started, as always, I wanted to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, which is Airgun Depot. You can help me out by checking out the links to Airgun Depot down in the description and the comment section. They don't pay me for this ad space. I've just been getting a little bit more into the airgun world, so I wanted to partner up with them, and anything you purchase from those links gives me a little bit of a kickback, and I seriously appreciate it. In this ad reel, I was taking a look at their new MCX, and if you like the spear and a pellet rifle, this is kind of like a mix of the two. So I'll put the link for that down in the description, a little target stand we use, but sometimes it's nice to just plink around with a pellet rifle at the range, and I appreciate Airgun Depot's support here on the channel. The quest for cool, inexpensive, and very nice rifle suppressors continues with the Otter Polonium K. Otter Labs is a pretty cool company. I've been seeing their stuff float around, and I actually had a buddy at the shop that I work at pick up a Polonium K, and I first saw it out of the box, typical to most other K suppressors that I see, and I'm like, that thing is gonna be loud. It's gonna suck. There's no way it's going to be quiet. And guys, I gotta say, I have been consistently eating my words when it comes to my original opinions on K suppressors. So I've kind of revised my original thought of K suppressors just suck in every regard to it really depends on the specific K can. Some of them are very, very nice, and spoiler alert, this Polonium K is going to be one of those options. Now, I know this thing looks pretty beat up, and full disclosure, Otter Creek was nice enough to send me this Polonium K for free for me to check out and test and review on the channel. Side note as well, the folks over at Otter Creek Labs are absolutely phenomenal. Great bunch of people over there, and I would say that it is a solid company through and through. But the suppressor that they did send me, this Polonium K, was previously used only a few hundred rounds, so nothing too crazy, and I took it upon myself to make it a little bit worse. It did not have all this finish wear. I did, because it was used, I'm like, let me throw it in an ultrasonic cleaner, just clean out the baffles a little bit, and we dunked it in for a slight bit too long, and it cooked some of the finish off, so that's why it looks a little bit rough. I'm one of those people that just uses the crap out of my cans, especially rifle cans. I beat the living crap out of them, so I didn't really care all that much, but I promise you, if you get a new Polonium K, the Cerakote finish looks excellent. It's not going to be all beat up like this one is, and I've also been putting this through the ringer to really test it and see what I think of it, so it's got some dings and scrapes and other things. I consider this more of a hard use suppressor. One of the first things that's impressive about the Polonium K is the price point. This thing comes in sub $500, and it is a 5.56 suppressor. They actually bore it out for 6mm, so you can use a few different 6mm cartridges. You can use 243, 5.56, 6mm Creedmoor, a few other interesting cartridges. They list all of those on their website, but it is a very nice, small, compact 5.56 can. When I heard this Polonium K on my buddy's suppressed BRN 180 at an 11.5-inch barrel, I was absolutely blown away by the noise reduction. And one of the things that I've continued to notice with my time behind the Polonium K is it's not even necessarily how quiet it is the tone that this suppressor has. It makes it noticeably impressive at the ear, and it has such a pleasant low tone that it almost sounds much quieter than it actually is, if that makes any sense at all. It is most definitely hearing safe on a 16-inch gun, and that's, again, really crazy to see out of this small of a can. And I shot it on a wide variety of barrel lengths and gas systems, and again, on pretty much everything that this was on, it was pleasant to the ears. I did shoot it also on a 10.5-inch barrel. The 5.56 barrel length restriction for this guy is 10.3, so still within that area, but it was a little bit spicier on that 10.3-inch rifle that I was running it on. But any standard length, it is absolutely phenomenal, and I have no complaints with the noise reduction of the suppressor. Yeah. Of course, we have the standard 1.375 thread pitch in the back. So like everything else that I've been reviewing lately with rifle cans, I can put my Silencer Co. ASR adapter, run this on like half of my ARs, good to go. I can run my Dead Air Omega to Chemo setup and run that no problem. And then Otter Creek also ships the Polonium with the 1/2x28 direct thread adapter too. So if you don't want to buy another adapter, you can just use their direct thread and call it a day. But I thought that was, once again, really nice to see. I love the fact that these affordable cans are coming with the ability to use all your existing mounts and adapters if you have other suppressors. For somebody like me that already has all my rifles set up for specific suppressors, that is really nice to see. Now, Otter Creek slimmed down this suppressor as much as humanly possible by reducing any excess waste of material on the outside of the can. And this provides a relatively lightweight but still full auto rated steel suppressor. And they note on their website that it cools a little bit quicker than other steel cans. And before I read that, that was actually a talking point that I wanted to bring up. We shot this thing a ton. We ripped it up pretty hard at the range, and I noticed that it actually cooled very, very quickly. So whatever black magic they use here to reduce the material on the can, it does provide a little bit less material there to really heat up and stay hot for a long period of time. So this actually did cool really well, and that was noticeably nice at the range. You do also have a 4-prong flash hider up here at the front, and that is going to do a relatively good job at reducing flash. I have not shot this can at night, so I am not 100% sure as far as what that does at night, but I would imagine it does a pretty good job because all their other claims have been absolutely accurate about the can. The standard Polonium is slightly longer than the Polonium K. It is not a huge difference, and it is going to be a little bit of a quieter setup. So I would imagine maybe I could take a look at the regular Polonium in the future, but I'm guessing that's going to be spooky quiet because this one was very close to that. I wouldn't say it is the quietest K-can I have ever shot. The Tyon Dragoon 5.56 Mini still takes that without a doubt. However, it was a very close follow-up. This thing was incredibly pleasant to shoot on everything that I put it on, and for a K-can, I was seriously impressed. For this recent range day that I didn't get on camera, I had this on an 18-inch 223 Wild build you guys are going to be seeing on the channel shortly. It was the same build that you saw testing this in the beginning of the video on a few different areas, and on that 18-inch gun, I mean, I don't know that I would have any desire to put a full-size can on there. This thing did a great job, and we were shooting that rifle at 300 yards in a different video than the B-roll you're seeing in this one, and I didn't have ears on the entire time. I was shooting that without concern, without hearing protection, and it was awesome on the ears. So that was a huge plus for the Polonium K. And again, shooting fast strings of fire, this thing did get very hot, but it cooled really quickly, and I did not see any issues whatsoever of some damaged baffles or anything like that. It took the abuse really, really well. Once again, just like I was saying in the AB Warthog video that I just did, it is so refreshing to see a company like Otter Creek Labs come out with a very good suppressor with solid technology in the baffles for sub $500. It is awesome to see. I mean, it is really eye-opening when you start looking at all of these other big, massive companies that are constantly having crazy QC problems, crazy problems with availability on simple stuff like just mounts. Like, I just want to run the can on my guns and there's no mounts available. Or, as you're seeing all over the NFA Reddit, just baffles falling apart for no reason, just with regular shooting. You have companies like Otter Creek, like AB, like Tyon, all these other guys that are producing cans. They're a little bit of a smaller company. They're producing better cans than the big guys at a better price point. So it's really cool to see, and I'm honored to take a look at a can like the Polonium K on the channel. I freaking love this little thing, and is going to continue to be my little 5.56 workhorse that I throw on a bunch of different guns and just beat the living crap out of, because this thing can take it. That is going to wrap this video up. If you guys have any other questions about this can or anything else on the channel, please throw them down below in the comment section, and I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description, check out those links to support the channel, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.